program contains views that are not those of WVTC, iNetworks Communications, their subsidiaries, affiliates, or financial supporters.
WVTC, reaching the world with positivity. Music to get you through your day. Winning victory through Christ is the only way.
There's another person inside of you. A healthy person, a fit person screaming to get out. Time Fitness will help you find that fit person. Time Fitness clients eat to live, not live to eat. 95% of you dream of a flat stomach but have no clue on how to make that happen. Time Fitness is the master of making that stomach disappear. Want to look younger? Time Fitness. Isn't it time you take care of you? Contact us now for a free 2-pound protein powder meal replacement, 2 free guest passes, 1-time free Time Fitness t-shirt. Each client gets personal training guide and workout journal. Time Fitness will help you live a healthy lifestyle and improve your quality of life. www.tymefitness.com 773-458-5084. Living out of town? No problem. Time Fitness can still work with you each month. Ask us how. Time Fitness. www.timefitness.com.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday to everyone. Welcome to Dhat Girl. I am Shalonda and I am your host on this morning. Welcome you all to a great day. Welcome you all to a great conversation. I need everybody to get your coffee, get your donuts, get your eggs, your bacon, whatever it is that you're breaking your fast with on this morning. And let's just come out and just talk just briefly. Today is probably going to be a brief show. I just had a little bit on my mind that I just want to simply talk about this morning. And one of the things is, let's talk about health awareness. For those of you who's just tuning in to Dhat Girl, Dhat Girl is discovering her abilities that God created. That girl has discovered down on the inside of her, it's that inkling that's thinking, what is it that I need to do next? I know there's more to my life than this. That's the unction of the greatness, the purpose, the purpose that you were created, waking up on the inside of you, encouraging you, let's do greater. Let's do what it is that you were created to do. So that's why we're here every Saturday morning, just to motivate, to uplift and inspire everyone to tap into that girl, that boy, that man, whatever it is that's on the inside of you, to greatness, to tap into your greatness, tap into your purpose and the promises that God has laid out for your life. The reason you're here, the reason we're here. Let's tap into that on this morning. And again, I want to talk about watching what we eat. I want to talk about that both in the naturally as well as spiritually. Naturally, I think a lot of us really become conscious of what we're eating and what we put in our body after we get that doctor's appointment, that doctor's visit, and the doctor tells us, well, this level is off, or this is happening in your body, or you're obese, or you have to watch what you're eating for a matter of life and death situation, so that to avoid having to be put on different medications, and though the medications having their different side effects and things happening to you as a result of not watching what you put inside of your body. Our body is the temple that God loaned to us so that we would be able to do what we need to do here on earth. God created you in his likeness. God created our bodies to heal itself. God created our bodies so that what we put in our body, the word tells us to eat that of the ground. So we have to watch even the meats that we're putting in our body. A couple of times I've attempted to go meatless, but it's just been a struggle. But I want you all to pay attention to what you're putting in your body. It makes a difference on how you feel. It makes a difference on how you think. I'm telling you all, I've tried this and I know it to be true. when I'm working out and when I'm eating healthy and when I'm conscious of what I'm putting in my temple, my mindset is definitely different. My courage is different. My motivation is different. You just move different because you feel the way God created you to feel in your body. So a lot of times we're taking in a lot of different things that's toxic to our body. Watch what you eat by reading how much sodium. I never realized until I decided to stop eating so much sodium. Excuse me, my eyes are itchy. Um, until I decided to stop eating so much sodium, just how much it is in our foods. Everything we have, everything we buy off the shelf has salt in it, and a lot of things, and that's to preserve it so that it could last longer for shelf life. So you want to make sure that you're watching while they're preserving the foods, the goods of the food, the presentation of the food, shall I say. We got to watch what we're putting in our body. We got to watch the because that salt, if it's preserving that food and keeping it alive, it's definitely going to do damage to your body because you're a human being and your body is alive. Your organs are alive, and they're safe. They're trying to preserve something that's not alive. So I want us to just be mindful of that, and as well as be mindful of what you eat and what you see and what you're hearing, what you're taking in to your eye gates and your ears, and be mindful of what you say out of your mouth. We have to be careful, you all, who we're surrounding ourselves with. We have to be careful, just like we have to be careful what food we're putting in our body. We have to be careful what conversations we're putting in our ears. We have to be careful and guard our mind daily. You have to guard your mind because we're in a place right now where we're going up and no other direction where we're going but up. And a lot of times there's things that's coming, adversities that's coming. Well, if your mind is cluttered with things, and I think I did a show on that before, hoarding things, hoarding thoughts in your mind, things that happen, things that people told you about. We hoard those things in our mind, and it'll cause, when it's time for us to think about the things we really should be thinking about, we're overloaded. There's no room to put anything else in our mind. There's no room to put anything else in your spirit because you've allowed yourself to become overwhelmed and overcrowded and overloaded with stuff. Yes, just like food can kill, stuff can kill. People's conversations can kill. It can kill your dreams. It could kill your goals. It can kill your aspirations, your desires. And it can open up the door for fear, just like food can open up the door for sickness. People's conversations and people's thoughts and just things that you're watching on TV, the news. And now we have to be aware of what's going on around us, but you have to be selective. Take the good and throw away the bad, in the words of my late spiritual mother. You have to take in what is good for your mind. Take in what's going to cause you to be productive and what's going to cause you to slack off and to be stagnated. You got to get rid of that. You got to clean out your diet, clear your diet, clear what you're taking in. Right now, today, we have got to do this if we're going to make it to the plan that God has for us for next week. It's as soon as that. What's going to happen for you tomorrow? You have got to relax your mind, free your mind. We love our friends. We love our family. We love our coworkers. But we've got to be in a position where we can hear what they say and be able to move past it, move through it. Help them as best as you can. And remember that you cannot save everybody. Everybody's not even open to being saved. A lot of times people just want to talk about stuff. It's like going to a buffet. You got all of this food laid out and it's just looking good. Everything that you can think you want to eat, from salads all the way up to desserts and coffee, is just laid out right there for you. And the more you eat, the more damage, depending on what you're eating, it does to your body, because everything should be done in portions. That the nutritionist gives you portions. This much meat, this much fruit and vegetables. So we have to determine how much of the people's problems, how much are you going to take in? How much are you going to put on your plate and try to carry it? You see people when you go to the buffet, we'll stay right there. When you go to the buffet, you see people with 2 plates. Plates just be overloaded with food, overloaded with stuff. Things that's really not nutritious. Most of the time when we go to the buffet, we don't go to eat healthy. Come on, be for real. But most of the time you see people and their plates are just running over with food, and they have one in this hand and one in that hand. Then you look up and they have all of this food that they've put on their plate, but they couldn't handle it. So a lot of food is being wasted and thrown away. That's what happens when you put too much on your plate. What you should be eating, it gets thrown away. What you should be taking in, it gets left on the plate and it gets thrown away. The good things that you should be focusing on, most of the time when you look over, the vegetables is what's been left on the plate and have eaten. So that's what should be going into your body, into the bodies, but it's being thrown away. What are you throwing away this morning? What are you throwing away that you should be taking and letting it grow? What are you throwing away? What are you wasting because you've overloaded your plate? Oh, wow. When you're moving forward in purpose, this is something we have to be aware of, because everything you're doing, it looks good and it feels like it's going to be good. And you think you can juggle all of these different projects and different things that you've put on your plate, different commitments, different clients. We have to know when to say we're full. In the daycare, we have to know when to say, I can't take any more kids. I can't do anymore. You know, I have to either create a waiting list or we just can't take the kids. So what are you putting on your plate that's too heavy for you, that all you're going to do is piling on top of what you should be doing? You're piling so much on your plate that you're missing out, and you're being slowful in areas that you really need to be on top of your game in. I only give you what I know. I only give you what I experience. And that's why I'm excited to get on here on Saturday mornings, because, you know, when you're talking about something, it really makes you think about yourself. So what I give you all, I'm really like talking to myself, but I let you all listen in. So you got to be careful. Be careful what you're eating on today. Be careful what you're agreeing to. Be careful. A lot of people, a lot of speakers, influencers, they're excited to have a plate full. I have to fly over here. I have to fly over there. And it makes them feel, some people makes them feel good that they have all of these things on their calendar. What can your body handle? What can your mind handle? All of these places that you're going, is it going in the direction of your purpose? Is it going in the direction of what it is that you're supposed to be doing? If it is, I guarantee you, God will give you the grace for it. It's those things that we should not be eating. It's those things that we should not be doing that causes the doors to be open for sickness, fatigue, being overwhelmed, and it causes you to miss some things. I really just wanted to tell you all, be careful what you eat. Be careful what you're doing. Pace yourself. Eat in small portions. Move in small timing. It's okay. You're going to get there. Let that be the word for today. Pace yourself so that you will not overwhelm yourself and you'll miss what it is that you're pursuing after. Pace yourself at what you're putting in your body. In the natural, be careful what you're eating. Taking in more fruits and vegetables and drink more water. And those things clears your mind. I'm telling you all, it really does. And you'll get more energy. I was at my brother-in-law's party last night, and we had a good time. We had a party last night. And I talked to my sister who danced all night long. And I said, oh, you sound real energetic. I talked to her this morning. And she said, well, I guess it was because I've been on the treadmill. I asked her, I said, girl, does your body hurt? You was really moving. She said, no, I guess because I've been on the treadmill. Those things that you know that you should do, like exercise, it really does pay off. Even in your leisure time, even when you're having fun, you will not become overwhelmed, because what? You're doing things that's healthy for you. You're eating and taking in things that will move you to your next, on a whole nother level that you haven't even realized that you were able to do. When your mind is clear, man, when I'm in the right zone, when I'm in the right place, I come up with some thoughts. I get some ideas, some visions that I'm like, man, where did that come from? It came because it was there, but my mind has been freed. So now I can hear it and I can see the directions on how to move with it, because my mind is decluttered. So for today, I need you all to A, watch what you're eating. B, portion control. Watch what you take in, both naturally and physically and emotionally. Let's go to emotionally. Emotional, you can become an emotional wreck if you're not careful. Pursuing your purpose, moving in the place where you know that you're supposed to go. If you're not careful, because you're overwhelmed, it will cause you to become emotional. And when those emotions get started, how many of you all know what I'm talking about? When you're in that emotional vein, you'll be irritable, you overlook some things, you don't want to talk about a lot of things because you're in your feelings, because you're overwhelmed. So all of these things is really relevant this morning to our next. It's relevant to where we're going. So be careful, again, what you're talking, who you're talking to, what you're allowing to come into your ears, what you're allowing to register into your mind, what you're taking into your heart. Because if you're a heartfelt person like I am, when I hear the people have problems and situations, I just get all in trying to help them take care of what they need to take care of. And it causes me to become weighed down because I'm not supposed to carry it. I'm supposed to hear them, advise them, hear them, pray for them, advise them, and then let it go. So that's what you have to do. Hear people when they're talking to you, pray for them. You can utter a little prayer. I pray while they're telling me what's going on with them. I'm praying, God, help me to hear what to say to this person. And I'm interceding for them while I'm listening to them talk to me. And then you give what you hear that you're supposed to say to that person to motivate it, and then you let it go. You've already prayed about it. So God is going to work it out if you believe that. So believe on behalf of the people, believe on behalf of your family, your children, your friends. And we have to start letting some stuff go because our plates are too full. And I believe that that's what's causing us to miss out on a lot of destinations that we should have been arrived at. We should have been overcome these things, but we're allowing our emotions, we're allowing the intake to wear us out, to take us out. The intake is taking you out. So be wise on this morning. That's all I have for you guys. I told you I wouldn't be before you long, but I just wanted to talk to you all because I care and I'm concerned about us getting to the place where we were created to get to. I'm not just trying to go by myself. I'm trying to take everybody with me that I can get to open up their eyes and ears to understand that there is a greatness on the inside of you, that there is purpose, there is divine purpose, there's a divine plan that was orchestrated just for you in this season of your life. And I don't want anybody to miss what God has in store for you. So again, be mindful of what you're eating in the natural. Let's get into the gym. How many of us have a membership that we have not used? I am the first one. I pay Planet Fitness every month. They take it out of my account, and I haven't been there. I probably a couple of times this year, but I want us to break those kind of habits. That's throwing away money. That's wasting money. So we want to be mindful and get out there and do what we know that we're supposed to do so that we will not miss any timing, anything that we're supposed to have in this season on our pursuit for our greatness. Okay, you guys be great on today. And don't forget, watch what you're taking in, both naturally and spiritual. I am Shalonda. I have been your host, and I want you all to just relax today and have a great, wonderful, blessed day. Until next Saturday, I will see you all then. Be blessed. Later.
Views made on the preceding program are not those of WVTC Radio, iNetworks Communications, or their financial supporters.
Winning victory through Christ. WVTC Allsip Chicago.